Let's move on now to news of elections in Maharashtra and two major developments this evening ahead of Maharashtra polls, which are less than a month away. First, the MVA has finally finalized the seat-sharing formula, the Maha Aghadi. It's named, in fact, 65 candidates of the UBT Sena have also been released. So the first list they're released. What the decision that they have come to is that there will be 85 seats each for the Congress, for Sharad Pawar NCP, and for the UBT Shiv Sena. Uddhav Thackeray already announced he will be contesting from Worli, and earlier today, Aghadi Pawar NCP released its first list, and Devendra Fadnavis is expected to hold a meeting with Amit Shah.
आज हमने एक निश्चित किया कि 85 270 का एक मत हमने किया है सीट के ऊपर, और जो 28 सीट है जो हमारी अलायंस है, सिकाप होगी, कम्युनिस्ट होगा, समाजवादी होगा, 18 सीट है जो हमारी 18 सीट जो है, तो उसमें जो हमारी अलायंस जो दल है उनसे भी हम चर्चा करके उनको भी कुछ जगह देने का है, और ये कल हम लोग पास में ये बाकी सीटों पे भी हमारा क्लियरेंस हो जाएगा, और महाविकास आघाड़ी करके हम लोग ये चुनाव लड़ने जा रहे हैं, और महाराष्ट्र में महाविकास आघाड़ी की बहुमत की सरकार आएंगी.
All right, let's go across to Radhika now for more. And Radhika, interesting to see Nana Patole and Sanjay Raut, they're sitting together at that press conference, finally announcing the seat-sharing agreement, given so much was made of the breakdown of relationship between the two leaders. However, all is in the past now, and finally that seat-sharing agreement arrived at.
That's right, Gargi. Looks like all's well within MV. Of course, Nana Patole and Sanjay Raut had been at loggerheads over seats over the last several weeks, but they sat together and came up with a rough formula. Of course, we can call it a rough formula because it is not the final formula. It's subject to change, is something that the leaders have said. It's 85, 85, 85, which means 255 seats within MVA. The remaining seats, as Patole said, will go to the other parties, the smaller parties, including CPI, SP, and then it may get once again redistributed within MVA. So it is a rough formula at the moment to clear the air that there are no disputes. So that's what it is all about. Of course, we don't know the seats and candidates yet, except in the Sena faction, UBT Sena faction. They've released a list of 65 candidates, which, as you said, include Uddhav Thackeray from Worli, as well as Kedar Dige, who is the nephew of Anand Dige. That's going to be an interesting battle, because Kedar will be contesting against Chief Minister Eknath Shinde in that important constituency in Thane. Besides that, several other incumbent MLAs included in that particular list of UBT Sena. UBT Sena announcing 65 names. This is actually the first list as far as the MVA is concerned. Of course, now they've come up with this 255 formula, but that is also subject to change, is something that the leaders have said after the distribution of seats within smaller parties. It may get redistributed, but clearly there are disputes as far as some of these seats within Mumbai and Vidarbha regions are concerned, which is why there is no candidate names as such from the other parties. So discussion still going on at least about 12 to 13 seats is what we are getting to know, but perhaps that may get resolved in a day or two. Whereas in Mahayuti camp, of course, all the three parties have released its first list. Almost 180 names are out within Mahayuti, but 100 more to go, which is why now, of course, all the top leaders, including Fadnavis as well as Aghadi Pawar, could perhaps be meeting Amit Shah, because even in Mahayuti camp there are disputes over multiple seats. That has to be ironed out. Those differences have to be ironed out, which is why top leaders here will be meeting the top leadership in Delhi. So all in all, looks like things are fine in MVA. It is a rough list. It is a rough formula that they have come up with, but more lists will be released in the days to come. More names will come out as far as NCP Sharad Pawar